هزا. هزا. Huzzah! Nope. Yeah, there we go. Aha. Alright, so I was apparently not only muted, but Windows had forgotten what a microphone was. Again, it seems to like doing that. Anyway, so yes, I am here. Apologies for the slight delay there. Forgot that Sunday is laundry day, so I did that. And then spent some time banning someone for chatbotting. Fun. Haven't had to do that in a while. I'm going to pop out the activity feed so I can see what you guys are doing. And as part of that, Gathan coming in with a 32-month resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Gathan. Much appreciated. Thank you. And then Bring the Boom coming in with a new follow. Welcome to the channel. Carnita with a 45-month resub. Merry Sunday, and may the winter nuclear ashes be gentle and not burn your skin. Happy streaming and have a good day to all. Commander Faceless coming in with a 76-month resubscription. Thank you very much for that. Faceless, also have this. Have it. Okay. So I think what we can do is we can bring in the in-game music, which is there in the background, although rather quiet right now. Audio, master volume. Let's turn it up slightly. Alright, so we're going to start a new game, and I did notice that several of you have been posting to me in the Discord, I remember where that was, what new stuff there is. Here it is. So, Black Canyon, Luminous One, Cyphers, Ouroboros, Baggers, Glowbugs, Blue Rose, The Executives, Old Bones, Withered Dogs, Iron Alliance Sleepers, and the Roach King have now got content. The Iron Alliance was one I was definitely interested in the past. They are the guys with the tanks, I think. But I haven't really taken much of a closer look than that. So let's do single player, new game. The Bull's Domain, Cascadia, Canadian Pirates, the Northern Commonwealth, Utah, Texas, Mexico, and the West Coast. This is a new game, Akalon. Happily, Old World Blues music is all in-house. Yes, and as far as I know, not copyright, which is nice. Very much appreciate it when mods do that. Or at least flag it so you can be like, hey, mute this. So I think I'm just going to choose the Northern Commonwealth for now, just so I can hit done and take a look at the actual map. Just seeing what these are again. How long ago is it since I last played? I have a feeling it might be a while. Republic of Three Rivers was there. Kingdom of Manitoba. Okay, so that hasn't changed. Iron Confederacy is up in the north. That's not who I was thinking of. There's another Iron something, which were all about the tanks, I think. There's the Luminous Ones, there's the Baggers. Iron Alliance. Yeah, it was these guys. Muses of the Machine, recruitable population, annexation cost during peace conference, and volunteer, tension limit, they can send a lot of volunteers. Division required for sending volunteers, cap expenses go up. Forged in Flame, Special Forces, capacity plus 8%. They get free stuff. The power armor is cheaper, but worse. Before they bear banners or barter, the Iron Alliance are a band of exiles and broken things. Wanderers, forged priests, and mercenaries led by the warrior called the Bullet Eater. A Comanche by birth, he had abandoned the old ways, seeking not prophecy, but a place where he could forge his own legend. That path led him to New Sterling, where the bones of an ruined Acme forge still smouldered with latent heat. The city was fractured then, torn between tribes calling themselves the Iron Arrows. They tried to kill the newcomers. The arrows snapped against the Bullet Eater salvaged armour, and their pride buckled with them. In fire and blood, he took the city and gave them purpose. The Forge blazed to life once more, and with it came the Alliance. The Iron Alliance is no mere tribe, it is a creed of fire, muscle and muses. Its people believe strength must be earned, not inherited. The power is best wielded by the one who shaped it, and that armour is not merely worn, but bonded with. They trade in war, worship in soot, and dream of a future built not on ruins, but on what can be made anew. Ironmongers are in Texas there, the tank guys. Although I do recognise that portrait, so I think it was these guys I was thinking of. Am I just... There they are, Ironmongers. Tank equipment. Defense, soft attack, hard attack, production cost. Okay, so it was in fact these guys that I was thinking of. And since the last time I played Old World Blues, I have in fact now played a bunch of Fallout 1. So I know a little bit about what was happening in Fallout 1. Fallout 2 I still haven't touched. New Vegas, obviously I played before. Oh, we got lag again. I'm not getting drop frames. How do I like Fallout 1? It's alright. It's not aged particularly well. But yeah, what I was saying is, having been playing a bunch of the remake of Oblivion, the remaster of Oblivion, according to leaks, the next one is going to be Fallout 3. So I am very curious about that. Because I do remember playing a bunch of Fallout 3, but I don't know how well that aged. But the one I really want to see a remake of is Morrowind. Not related to Fallout, but still. So, Robot City. I know nothing about this. Machine Commune. Robots from across the wasteland will arrive in Robot City periodically, looking for a home to call their own. Even Robo-Scorpions are welcome as long as they follow the rules. Then there was Black Canyon. Now, is Black Canyon who I was thinking Black Canyon were? I have a feeling it's not. No, it's not. I was thinking Crazy Horses. Sorry, Crazy Horns, Dead Horses. I thought this was Black Canyon. What's Black Canyon then? Battery of Mesa Verde. Tibbetts Prison. What is that familiar? Patchwork of alliances connected to the Battery of Mesa Verde. The Caravan Congress is the most colourful and bizarre faction of the four in the Black Canyon, having little to no agenda of their own. The Congress acts as a diplomatic force between the other three to broker out deals and compromises on a daily basis. They fight to keep the weak democracy alive. Anyone can join as long as they are in for a good cause. Original cause based on the travelling city dubbed as the Great Caravan, where people moved constantly in Colorado and Wyoming area, helping build the nomads that way. So we have the Caravan Congress, the Tribal Council, the Merchants Guild, and Mallet's Clique. Resource tax from the Glowbugs, they're down there. They seem to have a lot of penalties. So Glowbugs, the Humble Appeaser, Experience scavenger. I guess are ghouls? Luminous ones are, I guess, glowing ghouls? Radiation is a gift to humankind, apparently. Glow's cradle. Stuff about radiation. Yeah, I know the green screen is acting up. There's not much I can do about it because I actually have my curtains open for a change. Things have been moved around. For example, the sleepers are in a different location. Okay. Only problem with Fallout 3, which was fixed in the DLC, is you have to die to finish the game, which was changed with Old World Blues. I thought Old World Blues was New Vegas. Isn't it? I need to check this now, hang on. Old World Blues. Yeah, it is New Vegas. I'm not going mad. Because it was the DLC I liked the least. I really did not like new Fallout Blues. Broken Steel in Fallout 3. That could be. I don't think I played any of the DLCs for New Vegas. Sorry, for Fallout 3. New Vegas I did. I really liked the Lonely Horses one. That was good. What nation am I playing? I haven't decided yet. Having breakfast with you today. How long am I playing for? Until I get tired, basically, or until I get bored. Probably a minimum of 4 hours, maximum of, because I didn't stream at all yesterday. Will there be a vote on the nation pick? Yes, probably. Tea when? I am working on it right now. There we go. Here's some tea. Cheers. What are the sleepers? This game could start doing with a search. Oh, there they are. Sleepers. Presper's protege. The confused direction. Not a lot of information. Also, the bag is a focus tree now. Yeah. Chief electromagnetic engineer, energy cell from generators, extra power, power station. If you own BBA, which I do, some of your field officers will receive a starting medal soon after the game starts. The second expedition from the NCR to Colorado arrived successfully and with minimal casualties. We're surrounded in all directions. The chance of victory is slim. There is no reinforcements coming. You cannot go back. They are coming. Oh, so are the baggers remnants of the NCR? Okay, that's interesting. An old, stiff, never-smiling scientist who was so bothersome that President Tandy did everything in her power to keep him away from Shady Sands, constantly sending him to the furthest corners of the NCR on various research programs. That is half the reason he volunteered to lead the expedition to Boulder Dome. At least that way he'd get to stay in one place and do research of his own. The struggles and misfortune that the original expedition suffered through have further jaded him. Goddard's ire is fixed on the late Victor Presper, who wrested the dome from him all those years ago. The scars of the body have healed, but his pride may never recover. Right, I heard about the dome. What is the dome? And why do I feel like I should know that? Is the dome Old World Blues? I have a feeling it is. It's where they make the cyber brains. Because if we're playing Old World Blues, we should probably play Old World Blues. Oh, it's something from Fallout Von Buren. Okay. It's in the glow bugs area. Which is... saw them earlier. Down here. Which are the guys being protected by Black Canyon. With the dogs, I think, are... ghouls? Oh, Chinese remnants. Interesting. Did I ever play Deadline? I'm sure I did. No, I don't think I ever did. I did the Marshall Republic. Did Manitoba. Did Langenberg. No, sorry, Manitoba, the duchy is one of their vassals, isn't it? I don't think I've done anything in this area, though. Like, sorry, this area. At all. Old World Blues is Big Mountain in Mojave. Aha. That's the Mojave chapter. I was always disappointed they never added the boomers. I really hope they do sometime. The Dome is another name for Big Mount, so it is! Which we went to in the New Vegas DLC. It's the place run by the scientist RoboBrain to the experiments run amok. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not crazy. It is the Dome. Nebraska doesn't have content yet. It's for the next update. Aha. Does Vault 37 have a story? I don't know. Where even is Vault 37? So I've done Ouroboros. That was a really fun game, actually. I remember them. Done Lone Tree. Done New Canaan. Done Dead Horses. Heaven's Gate. I think I did MacArthur. Done Montana. Manitoba. Three Rivers. Roach King. Oh, there's 37. Overseer Thomas. Dome is in the Mojave. Went to Big Mountain through the teleporter in the Mojave. Yeah, I didn't think it was in the Mojave. I thought it was further away, which is why you can't travel between the two. Does have a story, but I wouldn't recommend it. The content's rather short. Okay. Struggle to start Oil Blues because there are so many options. I recommend a game in Colorado, maybe Iron Alliance, the Baggers. Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about the Baggers. Iron Alliance was another one I should probably look at. I keep getting freaking lost. I know I saw the Iron Alliance earlier. There's Baggers. Wait, Iron... There they are. That was Iron Alliance. Yeah, Iron Alliance is kind of appealing to me. They do sound interesting, although I'm always a little bit cautious playing people right on the edge. Did Petro Chico ever get content? I always wanted to play as LCEO. My suggestion would be Baggers of the Roach King. Iron Alliance is a majority generic Colorado focus tree. Okay. With the Dogs is also fun. It's basically Ghoul Americana and Communist Infiltrators. I have a feeling I played that. No, I can't have if it was around here. Did I do Maxim? Not sure. Twin Mothers I've done. Yeah, I don't think I ever did Hang Dogs. That's Dog City, right? Which is Denver. Ouroboros got an update. Maxim's Expedition's very hard. Would not recommend them for a first timer. I'm not a first timer. It has been a while, but I'm not a first timer. Deadline area has no content as of now. Okay. Texas Brotherhood's also fun. Yeah, I've done Texas. I've done a lot of Texas, actually. That was back in the heyday when I played this mod like every week, basically. I did Rio Grande, did Tlacocan, did Ejecito, Texan Brotherhood, Unity of Austin, Texan Arms Industry, Lone Star. I really liked Lone Star. I'm leaning towards the Baggers. Like, the remnants of the NCR over here kind of sounds interesting. Did Barazuri? No, I don't think I did. I did do Marshall's Republic, though. Eagle Rock. That was probably my favourite game of all time. I really liked Eagle Rock. Both Sleeper and Baggers have content. Need to find them again. There's them, there's Sleepers. Oh right, this is the Confused Direction people. About which there is basically no information, but they're right next to Eagle Rock. But that probably means that they want to kill Eagle Rock, and I don't know if I can do that. If you choose the Baggers, keep a research slot and electronic research at all times. Ruby didn't, and it caused him to be upset. Okay. Blue Rose Society has content now. That was... I saw them earlier. Again, it's just like, where the hell are they? I know they're not here. There they are. Right, they're on the, yeah, next to Caesar's Legion Lanius cohort. But that basically means you have to be up against Caesar's Legion super early. Not that interested in that. Hangdogs are good because you're rushing to secure your lands and push Lanius back. Utah has a selection screen. Let's have a look at that. The untouched beauty of the often savage but always untamed wilderness permeates what was once composed the city of Utah. The fall of civilization in the wake of nuclear Armageddon gave rise to many tribes and cultures whose nature seems to reflect that of the lands they inhabit. The White Legs, Crazy Horns, and Tar Walkers are just 3 of the many tribes that fight and feud over control of what might be the world's last untouched paradise. Travelling further north towards the Great Salt Lake, one may eventually reach New Canaan, the lone beacon of knowledge that has withstood the test of time. Its inhabitants, perhaps the last members of the Church of the Latter-day Saints, still carry out the work of their ancestors, seeking to spread the word of the people of the area, and although some have chosen to accept the message, many are still remain in opposition. The work of the missionaries is undoubtedly threatened. The undoubtedly dangerous exiles of Sac City, feared under the moniker of the 80s, as well as the increasingly bold savages of White Legs tribe, both seek to extend their influence to the region. The tribes once again find themselves drawn into conflict. Yeah, most of that I already knew. Sleepers. A terrifying presence lurks on the north bank of the Colorado River, where a forgotten laboratory hosts mad scientists and outcasts, remnants of a mad cult that once threatened to end the world again in a second nuclear apocalypse. These followers of Victor Presper have lain hidden for decades, slowly biding their time and rebuilding their strength to one day finish the great work. For now, the sleepers dream, but should they awaken, then who knows what terrors they could unleash upon the wasteland. New Hammond, Sorrows, Dead Horses, High Chapel, Lord's Anointed, Myrtle Reformers, Lone Tree, Crazy Horns, and Eagle Rock. Who were the baggers under? It's probably the Northern Commonwealth. Oh, I should have read the intro blurb. Roach King, Montana, Standing Rock, Northern Khans, Barons Eyrie, Highland Watch, MacArthur, Far Sun, Stormmongers. Cult of Liberty, the Metal Mouths, Jacksons, Mitsitapi, Ruminators, Martial Republic. Yes, I have definitely done MacArthur. Wait, no I haven't. I chose not to do MacArthur because I know nothing about the Enclave, and that still kind of holds true. Were Enclave in Fallout 1 or are they in Fallout 2? I think that's Fallout 2. New is indeed new content. Not entirely true. New Canaan's definitely not new. Is there a website where we can find the background lore for the world of Fallout? Probably? It is too. Okay, that's why I know nothing about the Enclave. One of these days. See, those are 2 games that are due for a remaster. If a remaster is going to happen, Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. Update them to modern sensitivities. Although, yeah, it must be Bethesda that owns the IP for that. We went on a whole rant on MacArthur. I'm leaning towards the baggers. I think that's going to be the one that interests me the most of the ones that we've touched on so far. Although none of them are really calling out to me in the way that some other nations did. Black Canyon, maybe. Although I have a feeling that Battery and The Prisoner relate to something else, and I don't know what that is. I'm way more familiar with the East Coast than the West Coast or the Middle. Fallout world. How the Canadian factions wish the game series would visit Canada. They're decent. Manitoba and Three Rivers are a lot of fun. I'm trying to remember if I've played any of the others over here. Strathcommune was good. I really wanted to like Broken Coast, but I just didn't. Has New Victoria had more stuff yet? Well, I mean, unless there's been a proper naval update, then no. Gateway. I think I did Gateway. Yeah, I vaguely remember doing Gateway. Okay, decision time. Where's Baggers? We're doing Baggers. Historical AI focuses. Do I want to leave that on? We're going to assume not. Although on Kaiserreich he explicitly says turn this off. No, Victoria does not have content. People have wanted a Cascadia rework for a while. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yes, it did Gateway, they were genetic engineering. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was mostly the raiding mechanics that I just really don't like them. And, what are they called? Broken Coast are very heavily reliant on them. Have I played the Mexican AI? Yes, yes I have. Black Canyon's pretty unique. You're basically playing 4 nations on one side, balancing Austria-Hungary. Manitoba's also fun, has much content. Yes, I've done Manitoba. I did enjoy Manitoba. Probably slightly more than I did Republic of Three Rivers. What's Standing Rock? Just tribes. Well, we could do Iron Alliance. Wait, no, Iron Alliance don't have proper content, do they? It's just like an extended generic. New Vegas Game 1. You mean playing through New Vegas? I think I did do that on stream long ago. No, I did not check the Bulls domain. Let's do that. Wasn't really expecting much of that to have changed. The former states of New Mexico and Colorado lie in the shadow of the Bull and are scarred by past conflicts. The memory of Paulus and his cohort is still fresh, as the wounds they inflicted and the legacy of the prisoner is still felt in the mountains. The newest protege of Caesar, the man known as Lanius, will decide the future of these lands through his sword, his shifting loyalties or failures, while those in his path have little chance but to prepare themselves. The goddess Diana, the digital gremlin Doki, the lords of Dog City, and even the Brotherhood of Steel all lie within his path. Further north lies a powder keg waiting for a match to light the fire. An NCR expedition looks to claim the legendary Boulder Dome as ghoulish warlords, both luminous and withered, begin to make their own power plays. Looking over it all is Black Canyon, a union on the precipice of complete collapse and standing on the doorstep of paradise. It is not a question of whether these lands will fall to chaos, but who will reign over them once it's over. I'm pretty sure I have done New Vegas and Old World Blues as well. The problem I have with playing as New Vegas and Old World Blues is it just makes me wish I was playing the Boomers more. Paul is basically how they reworked Lania so he doesn't constantly die on his way to the hangdogs like he used to in previous Old World Blues. Haha. Right, so Twin Mothers, Lanius Cohort, Black Canyon's new, Baggers are new, Luminous Ones with the Dogs, Maxon Expedition, Glowbugs, Robot City. I want to read about them. Cyphers, Blue Rose, Summer Federation, Old Bones, and then the Iron Alliance. It does appear here. Okay, Black Canyon. Black Canyon began as a dream of unity. Raiders, settlers, and tribals all brought together beneath the old rotunda of Tibet's penitentiary. Battery of Mesa Verde, once a companion of Prisoner 13, helped forge the dream into something real, a fragile confederation balanced between war and peace. At its heart is Big Top, a prison-turned capital where the echoes of the old sun still rattle the bars. But unity doesn't come easy. The Painted Men demand reverence to their ink-bound gods. The Ampan Coalition fights for trade and freedom, and the Raiders of Tibet's Eye every treaty with blade behind their back. Battery keeps them together, barely. Each grand gathering is a gamble, each quiet day a warning. Black Canyon survives not by strength alone, but by constant negotiation, constant compromise, and the hope that its pieces won't fly apart before the next storm rolls in. Prisoner. That was Van Buren, right? New Vegas is sadly very old content. Is sort of the When Italy rework equivalent of All the Blues. They're working on it though. Cool. Robot City is fun, play them myself, but you get smacked hard by the AI depending on what focus trees they go down. Baggers. The second Colorado expedition, known by its colloquial name, the Baggers, has returned to where the first one arrived over 2 decades ago. Many of the faces of the expedition are the same as they were back then, albeit older, wiser, and perhaps more bitter. This time they are mercifully free of the diabolical machinations of Victor Presper, but they are still in grave danger, beset on both sides by hostile ghoulish forces. The expedition is also torn internally between different approaches to their mission. The Baggers face a Sisyphean task: to survive, conquer, and race to save Boulder Dome's Zax from destroying itself. And that's controlled by glow bugs, you said? Strange lights flicker in sickly green, a glowing ghoul in a ragged bomber jacket, and a half-melted Mike shuffles up to the stage. People say the glow bugs are a prime strategic spot. Yeah, prime like a rad roach on a barbecue grill. To the west, Caravan Council, where leadership turnover faster than my skin shedding. South, we got the Hangdogs, real charmers if you like your diplomacy loud and covered in bite marks. And east, the Houndlands. That ain't a nation, it's a dare. A boot cuts through the haze. Yeah, I hear you, Stitches. Lose one leader, slot, and suddenly you're shecky green. He grins, radioactive teeth gleaming. But we're still standing. We got Boulder Dome tech, a little glow, and me, Patches, your irradiated MC. Sure, half the time we're frying raiders with plasma, the other half we're stuck between a mountain playing 20 questions, while Black Canyon's playing 20 civil wars. But hey, we're bugs. Baby, we crawl through worse. Glow bugs could be interesting. Robot City. In 2068, the hollow disc game Doki Doki was released in foreign markets by an American publisher. It was primarily a dating simulation game focused around a relationship with the eponymous Doki. That's me. One such individual within Liberty, Colorado, ended up acquiring a copy, and it didn't install after the bombs had already dropped, leaving the game for at least 2 centuries. So it's a game that became real? That's kind of interesting. This whole area is Van Buren content, which was never released, so... eh. And then Iron Alliance. The Iron Alliance came to New Sterling as wanderers, tribal mercenaries, and smiths without a home. The city once housed a great factory, an Acme forge, used by the so-called menace from the west to churn out machines of war. Now under iron hands, it burns again, shaping armour, weapons and purpose. With the fall of Denver, caravans warbound alike travel east in search of steel, and even the Legion casts a hungry eye towards New Sterling's forges. What began as survival has become something greater, a creed built in flame in a city that dreams in iron. Pre-war software certainly loves gaining sentience over blues. Just look at Mexico. Yeah, true. Alright, let's start creating a poll. New poll. Which? So we have Black Canyon. We have the Baggers. We have Glowbugs. Robot City. And then I think Iron Alliance. We'll leave this vote up for 2 minutes. So get your vote in. Vote, vote, vote. And if you are on the UpTubs, I'm afraid that this is being hosted on Twitch. If I can get a link to this, I will. I think it's that. So I've never clicked on that before. Yeah, it is. Cool. So you should be able to vote from there. So get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. And Cali VG coming in with a 52-month resub. Thank you very much for that. And then Assassin 1952 with a 22-month resub. Huzzah! Thank you very much as well. Very much appreciate the ongoing support from you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, there's about a minute left to go. Keep the votes coming. Vote, vote, vote. Yeah, democracy! Democracy has arrived. In a very Fallout way, where you can totally bribe people. Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. Three-way tie. No! Oh, last second cinch right there. Clinch, rather. Okay, so in last place with just 2% of the vote, Glowbugs. They still scored higher than the UK in Eurovision yesterday. At least for the public. Anyway, Iron Alliance in 4th place. A little surprisingly, they were an early leader with 20% of the vote. Then we have in joint 2nd, Baggers and Black Canyon. And coming out first, kind of a surprise one, because we didn't spend much time looking at them at all, Robot City with 27%. So they beat the others by 2%. So, Robot City it is. Let's go. And then historical AI focuses. Do I want to leave this on or not? I suspect not. And yes, I also want to take a proper look at the breakdown. Had this been entirely legitimate, Iron Alliance would have won handily. Followed by Baggers, and Robot City would have been in 4th place. This was entirely bought. So thank you, Cycling Rhino, for your 13,000 channel point investment. We have no idea who you voted for. If it's on, you're going to have a rough time with Lanius early. Okay, so there is actually a historical focus thing in this game. I had no idea. Like I said, Kaiserreich, he tells you just turn it off. Robot City isn't new content. It's new to me. Now I just need to find them again. There they are. Oh, they're one of the guys on the side. Okay. What do you mean, Lanius? Lanius isn't going to be a threat to us. They're miles away. We'll leave it on. It's new to me, it's new content. Simple. Simples. Alright, so we start with the Outskirts, Warband, Funky, Junkyard, Robot City and Junktown Friendship Clubs, which consist of light robots and a command and control attachment. That makes sense. And then we have researchers. Have any of these changed? No. I'm still waiting for this to change someday. Or rather, this madness. Well, we're rivets, so we probably want to be looking at the rivet line. We do start with intermediates, which is quite nice early on. 2 years at a time. These are new. Yeah, I've never seen these before. That's kind of interesting. Because Mirelurks, I think, were just their own, like, irregular unit back when I played as the Mirelurk faction. These have not changed. These have not changed. Maybe we already noticed. Industry, I don't think has. Engineering, I don't think has. And then tech levels. So we are intermediate support, intermediate vehicles, advanced robotics, which is nice, advanced industry and advanced electronics. Okay. Well, usually it's a good idea to get Ohm's Law, so you get the extra research. Combat language, probably don't need that right now, although... Refugee assimilation factor, it did say that we are going to be gaining numbers of people randomly. Construction speed, because it's my favourite modifier. Manpower and pop growth. Oh, this actually just gives you flat manpower now. Okay, that's a cool change. Although, I'm not going to be as heavily reliant on manpower. I will, however, need energy. So I should probably get this. We're going to go full industry. And then I like building infrastructure. But do I get free infrastructure? Let's take a look at your focus tree. Alright, alright. Let's see. Infra. You get a little bit. Remove infrastructure. Oh, that's stealing stuff from Dog City. Huh, interesting. Gain 1 infrastructure everywhere. Robot City gains 2. potentially. So... oh, this still uses the old system. Scrap bots, we do have CNC bot as well. We have dockyards? Oh, we have a coast. Convoys. That's two. And if you need to repair anything, then go ahead and do that. I apparently did not select everyone. We have more troops than I realised. What were those two? Oh, apparently I just missed them. And then we start this. So your new best friend. Hi there, I'm Doki Doki. Pleasure to meet you. The story of Doki Doki and the game's purpose. Your new best friend. There are no refugees without activating. You didn't activate refugees in the custom rule setup. Ah, okay. Tech level upgrades is a good point. Is that the way to check for them? How do they use different colours? I know you can do that in the tooltips. Sorry, this is the developer and me going, ooh, fancy stuff. Outdated equipment in production. Oh, scrap bots are outdated. We should be doing protections. Yes, do that. Because yes, those are indeed very outdated. Alright, I think we are good to speed up. We don't use the international market, do we? No. Yes, we do. Ah, this is new. Yeah, they're not the same. Command and control, and then commercial protectrons. They're different. And what generals do we have? The Mechanist. Moo, Doki Doki, and Billie Jean, the Raider Queen. Who is quite good. Doki Doki's slow, good planning speed, good logistics. Mechanist is definitely the best one. Well, Field Marshal can be Billie Jean, the Raider Queen. Power of Might, infantry equipment. Breakthrough defense. Okay. And I think we'll go with the Mechanist. Although Moo has more straight bonuses. But I like the fact you have the 10%. XP gain. I mean, we'll take a closer look at that when I actually have political power to spend. Demand tribute. The raiders who take refuge just outside our borders sent us a simple message. Pay tribute or die. Then pay anyway. We will not be pushed around. Bring it. Billie Jean, the Raider Queen. Billie Jean was born in a brothel, the daughter of a working woman who kept her in the attic far away from the eyes of the patrons. Though she was beloved by the staff, it was few and far between that she was ever able to see the world. Her mother would spend what free money she had on trinkets and gadgets for Billie Jean to use her book-earned brilliance on, all in the hope her daughter may be finding a better life than she ended up living. Eventually, the brothel was attacked by a gang of raiders, the Suits. She fled, taking with her everything she could, making her living by hacking into machines and using them to get her way. Eventually, found her way to Robot City upon hacking into Doki's systems, accidentally befriended the little bastard. Now, she just does her best by the machines in the city, gathering what remnants of the past she can, all the while... Gathering what remnants of her past she can, all the live long while. With any luck, maybe she'll find her mother. Perhaps I can be of some assistance. Demand tribute. In 2068, the holodisc game Doki Doki was released in foreign markets by the American publisher. It was primarily a dating simulation game focused on the relationship with the eponymous Doki. That's me. One such individual within Liberty, Colorado, ended up acquiring a copy but didn't install it until after the bombs had already dropped, leaving the game on for almost 2 centuries. The city did not sleep, however. For a while, it became a population of... raiders or settlers. Definitely settlers. Cap system tutorial. Nah, I'm good, but thank you. Argos. Argos, my best friend. He came as a wanderer, made a wonder, and kept and left like it was nothing. He was so cool. Also a catalogue. Ripstream. I will pause until people tell me it's come back. Because again, I'm not getting any issues. Let me know if it's back. I don't know what is happening, but I don't think it's on my end. Pausing for a moment. But yeah, I'm fairly sure not my end. Twitch. Let's take a look, see what it looks like. YouTube says not having issues. Yeah, I think this is just a Twitch thing again. Yeah, I can see it spooling up on my own screen. I think I had an epileptic seizure. I thought it was just my neck switch, no more coffee. I don't know what's causing this though. Because I'm not getting any dropped frames. We're back. Okay. Let me just check one thing, because I do remember in the past I did change the bitrate to suit Steam. Sorry, to suit YouTube. Stream. I can't see any settings there. Bitrate 7500. That is not unusual. So what were the two outcomes? Yeah, so it was Settlers or Raiders. Raiders was +1 Industry, Settlers was +1... Sorry, Raiders was +1 Mill Factory, Settlers was +1 Civ Factory. I chose Settlers. And then we went on to Argos. My best friend, he came as a wanderer, made a wonder, left like it was nothing, he was so cool. The Adventurous Machine. And then I quipped that Argos is also a catalogue in England, from which you can buy stuff. Eventually, a travelling robot named Argos came to Liberty, whereupon he stumbled across the terminal with Doki on it. Amused, he spent time tinkering with it, giving her sentience so he could have somebody to talk to. The two became quick friends, with Doki learning how to open movies and other applications within the terminal she was hosted on. When Argos left, it was sudden, overnight. Doki had no idea why her friend had gone. Was it her? Was it something that happened to them? Whatever the case, she wasn't going to just sit around and find out. He's my best friend. I won't let his memory die. The search for Argos, which grants a whopping amount of decryption and lets me do more diplomacy. And then the other question is, what city is Robot City? Let's Google Maps. Zoom away from where I actually live so you can't see that. Go over to the United States of America. Find Denver, because I know that's Dog City. And then we'll share that. So we have Denver here. Kit Carson was on the map. That's here. So we're further southwest of that. Mansfield, maybe? Dodge City, maybe? I think it's one of those two. We have Brewster due north. Let's see if we can find Brewster. Brewster. That would kind of suggest it's like McAllister or something. Garden City? I feel like that's too far south. Oh, but we were talking about Dodge City, which is over here. Liberal is there. She was talking about Liberty. Based in the city of the same name, located near Tippett's prison in Van Buren. Why are we suddenly on Google Maps? Because I'm trying to work out where Robot City is. So we've got Denver up here, which is Dog City. Then we have Kit Carson, which is here. Which is... Kit Carson. So we're further southwest than that. And then we had Brewster to our north. Lost myself again. Let's Kit Carson. And I was thinking it's either Garden City or Dodge City. Because Brewster... was there. And Brewster is slightly to the north and to the right. Oh, hang on. Ah! Why have I lost it again? My memory of where places are is terrible. Where is it? See you, Rex. We're having lag again. This is ridiculous. Let's move that over there just so I can kind of keep an eye on when it lags out and when it doesn't. At the moment, it seems to be okay. So, Brewster. The hell are you? Also, my green screen's failing again. What's on one of these roads? Get Carson. I think it's around here somewhere. I don't know. Will the VOD have lag problems? If not, I'll have to watch the VOD because this is hard to watch. Oh, we're having lag again. Are we back? Oh man, this really is jumping around. Wow. I'm just going to wave my hand so I can see how bad this actually looks. Once Twitch catches up. Come on, Twitch. You can do it. You can do it. Hello, Twitch. Oh, no, still not. Oh, there we go. I've just started waving. It seems smooth, but it is delayed. It seems okay at the moment. Yeah, I don't blame you. If you want to join us on the UpTubs, the link is on my Discord, which I can go and open. Which is in stream notifications, YouTube. I don't know why Twitch is freaking out, but if you want to come join us on the UpTubs, you can do that over on that link. And hopefully you will actually see this. Okay, so freaking Brewster. Where the hell is it? We literally saw it a moment ago. I know it was north of Garden City, so I was surprised it wasn't north of Dodge City. But I'm fairly sure I was not zoomed in this far. Here we go, hopefully no lag here, change to YouTube for today. Yeah, understandable. Anyway, back to this. So we've got Living Hope down there, we've got Brewster up there, Fort Lyon, Maxim, which doesn't help, New Syracuse over there, McCook, New Sterling, North Benkelman as well. McCook is here. And McCook was far to the right. So between Robot City and McCook is Brewster. Which I've now lost again. McCook. Brewster, there it is. So it's between 11 and Edison. And Brewster is slightly to the right. Of wherever the city is. So Lamar, Syracuse, Johnson. My guess would be Syracuse. It's on the river, right? Yeah, just north. I think it's Syracuse. Unless it's Tribune. Fort Lyon. Hang on, Fort Lyon's on the map. Fort Lyon's there. I thought that was going to be a made-up one, but it's not. Fort Lyon's further south, so Tribune, probably. Yeah, it's Tribune. It's got to be Tribune. Care to repeat why I'm looking for IRL counterparts for Old World Blues locations? Curious. I'm just curious where this city, Robot City, is, because clearly it's not a city in the real world called Robot City, and this is, the last time I checked, yeah, that's America. Wait, I'm not baggers. I'm these guys. Okay, so, source of the signal. Out there on the edge of Colorado, a small signal calls out to the world. Waking up. And we are making caps, which is shown somewhere. There's fuel. There's caps there, 17k. When Doki began the search, she started simply broadcasting a signal using a terminal. To her surprise, several other robots arrived, and then more, and then more. And she realized between iteration 25 and 26 that she lucked out tremendously. She began communicating and interfacing with other machines, getting them to help build miscellaneous things around Liberty, including upgrading the nearby radio tower, broadcasting a signal further around the wastes. The name Robot City came up at some point and stuck with her as a simple and fun option. In her pursuit for Argos, she was immensely driven, but what emotion kept her going? So loss for the war support, or love for the stability. War support is basically always harder to raise, so we're going to say loss. And then we have an option which is the people of Robot City and our place in Colorado. And if we are going to be getting into a fight at some point, robotics ahead of time, would that be useful? Well, maybe it would allow us to get these things. Division Organization Breakthrough, Weapons Factory, Civilian Factories. That's a lot of factories, hit points. Yeah, so this all looks like the industrial bit. This is electronics. Right, what penalties do we have? The machine communes, we gain a little bit of manpower, we lose division attack, defense, and justifications are harder. And the search for Argos, which is just the description. Or we can do Robot City, which is resource stuff, which I don't think we're particularly short of right now. We're not. Well, what's your type? Which is computer chips. State population rises dramatically depending on, I guess, whether you go pro-human, militaristic, or economic. I'm leaning towards the people of Robot City to then get the industrial bits going. They sure are weird, but they're mine. And we are lacking a couple of defensive spots, so let's start training one or two more. Okay, that's a good mission. We are not going to have the equipment for this. Plus, we are also trying to upgrade the quality of our bots. That's also true. But hey, having more factories for that would definitely help. Oh, so these are computer chips. We have no use for caps. We're robots. Do we have a balance of power? No. Washington Brotherhood took 4 states. Olympus was next. Multi-purpose equipment. That is more efficient fuel. Factories, production efficiency, cap and growth. Definitely want that one. Deadline declared, war on Site Y. People of Robot City, Lanius cohort declared 1 Blue Rose Society. Wow, that is an early fight. Alright, let's do some robotics advancements. I bet if we started doing some crazy stuff, we'd figure out how to make more of ourselves. Let's do it! Organised agriculture. Let's go and do industrial planning. Production efficiency base is always nice to have. Wars declared from Washington Brotherhood. Deadline took 2 states and Y was killed. Construction basis. Lanius cohort took out Blue Rose Society. They did not last very long. That would be a hard playthrough. I could immediately do some more construction though, which I like the sound of. March of the Protectrons. Today was marked by the arrival of more wayward robots. A procession of Protectrons stretching a mile long, marching in silence save for the whirs and thuds of their servoed legs on dirt. Medics, firefighters, police bots, and even a few Nukatrons were present. It was good they arrived when they did, as shortly after entering town a fire sprung up in one of the communal homes. The police bots cordoned the street off while the bots of the fire brigade fought the inferno. One of the medical bots, even charged, waddled into the blaze to save people trapped inside. In light of the heroism, it would only be right to bring these bots to the fold. So 50-50 chances of commercial or police. Looks like those were Mark II. Ah, these are the police. These are the regulars. We actually got a bunch of these ones. 5 years ahead of time. Nice. So some of these new units are going to have those. Robotics advancements done. A little bit of both worlds. That's a lot of industry actually. I think right now we want civilian industry, then military industry, then we go down those. What's King Robot Brains? Max Planning 10. Hello. Oh, we also have this. Affairs Abound. That's military. Has completed. Colorado scored. This one. But that's a ways away, and I can't do that until we get the hangdogs fight. So yeah, let's do the civilian industry. Despite our robotic nature, much of Robot City is sentient, and as such prefers to have some semblance of normalcy to their lives. For example, Godsmack, the Mr. Handy who lives on the street corner, wants gloves for his arms. Why does he want that? Because he's a free thinker friend, and we support free thinkers. Order of Forgotten Lily declared war on deadline. Reclamation Army Depot declared war on Florida Parish. Right, and we have the 100 political power required to get most of these things. We can get an economic person. Captain of Industry, Infrastructure and Civilian Factory Construction Speed. Culture. We could do major and minor businesses. I mean, actually getting a major business to get robot manufacturing might be a good idea. Reduces their defense, but increases their soft and hard attack. Could also get better training, but I don't think we need to do that just yet. We could also try to save up. Oh no, that's recruitable population. Where's the economic one? Wasteland economy, here it is. We can't upgrade anyway. We would need another 10 war support. This doesn't have MIOs, does it? No, it doesn't. Wait, you could bring in Lanius? Interesting. Mother of version 2. Feels like you're probably going to be the most useful right now. We're going to go with Mother. Home's Law is done. That is ahead of time, but it's less than a year, so I'm kind of okay going with that. Baron's Eerie declared war on Northern Khans. Dambusters on Pine. Binary Council of Golden Breed. 86 declared on Ruby Valley. Navarro is declaring war on lots of people. And Busan. Lanius declared war on Mescalero. Civilian industry done. So now I think probably a little bit of both worlds to keep that civilian industry going. And then I think we'll focus on the military bits. Okay, that was weird. Long story short, I'm doing this now. Get a little bit of both. You're wasting time otherwise. I think, anyway. So how does one actually get Lanius? Where was it? Yeah. Kidnapping the monster. So we have to have emboldened the dogs. Lanius must either own twin mothers or not exist. Oh, this is aligning ourselves with twin mothers, I guess, if they still exist. '80s took 3 states. Ruby Valley Refuge was our next. Yeah, so this... I mean, they still haven't done the open the box thing. Until then, I can't do any of this. Okay, so emboldened dogs looks like we would have to fight them. Yeah, this allows us to take, I guess, Dog City. And then this is squaring up against Lanius. When we would need to own Castro Sol Rebrum. So we would need to take the capital to kidnap him. It's not connected? Oh, you're right. I need to have just taken Dog City. And be in a faction with Warden. Where is Warden? They don't exist. Do we become Warden? Tool procurement done. We definitely want improvised tools because you can go all the way down to there. Some more production efficiency cap. That sounds lovely to me, especially as this is not time restricted for us. Lanius took 3 states. Mescalero was taken out. Industry planning done. And then it's going to be the same question. So this is factory to state output versus more output. And it's quite a big output difference, 3% per level. I don't care about recruitable population, we're robots, so I probably want the bottom layer. One other question. How dense is my realm? Not very, except for Robot City. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the bottom line. Oh, but we do lose the production efficiency retention. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need to switch around much anyway. We just build robots. A little bit of both worlds done. Solidifying an industry. Let's keep on going down that path. We're done? Gee, that was quick. Wait, you mean we're not done? Dang, I mean for you, that sucks. I get to sit here and watch you do it. It's kind of fun. For me. More commercial protectrons, please. What are we short on? Yeah. Regular fighty robots. Highland Watch took 3 states. Far Sun was annexed. They didn't last long. Another fine day in this man's army. Today was marked by the arrival of more wayward robots. At first glance, it appears to be a small army of Mr. Gutsies, but closer inspection revealed that more than half of them were just Mr. Handies painted green and putting on bad American accents. Leading this force was a particularly battle-scarred Gutsy known only as Major, who wasted no prattling on about the city's defences to anybody who would listen. At the end of his rant, really, it would have been a speaking spell to shame, the Major declared that the city needed him and his men to be pledged to support the defence of Doki's realm. Alright, so which one are we going to get? Handy, Gutsy, Blasto Mark II. Handy. Which is... that one. But we're taking the Protectrons, so we can't really benefit from them anyway. Mr. Gutsies are... yeah, they're still support robots, I think. Lights, not heavies. What are the heavies? Heavies are these ones. Which we don't have access to yet. Matrons were puppeted. Deadline went after binary counts. Deadline went after the fringe. Deadline's murdering everything. And seemingly is able to deal with all of those fights, which is a bit scary. Should probably also look at these upgrades to get these traits going. Well, we definitely want robotics experts, considering hi, we're robots. Except that you are the Field Marshal, so you probably want Field Marshal traits. Max Planning is always nice. Division Attack could be good. Let's get you Negotiator. And I think I am going to get you Robotics Expert, because you will still provide half of these bonuses as a Field Marshal. Then you 100% are getting Robotics Expert. And Trenchman could be good. Special Forces we don't use. Recon could be good. Local Leader, maybe. Inspirational, just to level up faster. I think I'm leaning towards inspirational. Yep. No, you need more command power. Which you'll get soon enough. Change acquired, declared from lost patrol. Brighton Barons on New Canaan. Land use code was declared on the Archdiocese of Santa Fe. Meanwhile, we completed solidifying an industry, so we get military-grade plating, which will give us more defense and armor for our scrap box. But I think I want to work on our industry some more. A military industry would... Shut up, nobody cares. We know it would be good for us. Oh, I didn't mean any offense. Wait a second. Who even are you? Where are you talking from? Some questions are best left unanswered. It has occurred to me that I should probably begin scavenging programs. Although, I'm not sure that I can actually scavenge because robots. I don't remember if robots can scavenge. I have a feeling they can't. I'm also going to say that you two are well enough trained to go ahead and deploy and then train up manually. Oh shoot, everything needs training, yeah. I hadn't realised how poorly trained they were. Oops. Lanius cohort took 3 states. Archdiocese of Santa Fe was annexed. They did not last long. Can't see anything about you. Meanwhile, we can get another upgrade. We could... get the infrastructure concern. Division defense 12%. That is a lot of division defense. Division attack and defense on core with max planning. We could really double down on the max planning. 7.5% division org. That's nice. %, max planning. We can really get a lot of max planning. Question. We definitely want to get the robot upgrades from those doctrines. There's another type of doctrine. What am I missing? So what's this? Oh, right. Organization, marketplaces, and coring. Land doctrine. This is what I was looking at. Yeah, we should probably start actually researching some of these automated warfare things. We're even more max planning! They can, just requires you to have manpower pool, which robot countries about it. We have over 1,000 manpower. We're actually pretty okay on that at the moment. So yes, max planning is possible. War support, oh sorry, war score, no, war support still hasn't gone up. I am leaning towards the robot manufacturer though. This also increases robot research speed. Yeah, let's get steel soldiers. Licked it real good. Today was marked by the arrival of more wayward robots, industrial bots gathered up from various construction sites, warehouses and factories across the Midwest. Robotic forklifts, box movers, tow bots, and other manners of massive working-class automatons. The head robot, known as Foreman, was pretty quick to hash out a deal over his flock. They'd get a place to stay, and they'd work the Toki's factories for the privilege. 45 heavy lifter bots. Ooh, now can I create heavy lifter bot units? Don't think so. Not yet. Warren took 2 states. They've started their expansion. Am I getting a surplus? Yes. No. Right, because the training. Military industry is done. So another on you. Question. What supports can I get? Well, that answers that question. Robot research speed, another 5% faster. Well, we can actually go after the ciphers and after Maxim if we wanted to. Not seeing ciphers. But even going after Maxim would be a challenge going across the river. Though there are also some river crossings there. Research slot. Well, I do kind of think that we need the military grade planning for the extra defense armor and division attrition reduction. Wow! Even a missile didn't break it. I wish I could be missile proof. And if you don't think you need, and if you think I don't need that, you'll be the first to go when I legalize the death penalty. I won't, but imagine. And then also more reduction. Yeah, so I was kind of thinking, do I need to be making things like support equipment? And right now, no. Do I need to be making caravan equipment? Yes. Okay, then that's, I think, what I will do. I'll put one of these on caravan equipment. Saxon Brotherhood declared war on Carthage. St. George on Manifest. Rosewood on Manifest. Gateway on Iron Confederacy. Deadline again. Deadline are just trying to murder everyone. Woodworking, which was the other construction one. So that is now further ahead of time. I think it's probably time that I started on automated warfare. Should probably have begun that a little earlier than I did, but so it goes. Your huddled masses. Today was marked by the arrival of more wayward robots, this bunch being a motley sort of scrap bots cobbled together from spare parts, scrap metal, jury-rigged weaponry, and just about anything else their creators could source. One of the robots, who communicated via typing into a terminal embedded into his chest, explained that they had escaped captivity from a roving band of robotically minded raiders, and that the whole lot would be happy to settle in Robot City. It is very cool. Because, yes, I am now ahead. Let's get 3 of these in training. Military grade plating is done. Also, these guys are fully trained, which is lovely. Ooh, attack and defense skill. That does give war support. Hold your horses. Because with that, I could get funding the army. And I'd kind of like to have that, so let's do affairs abound. All around the world, there are weird things going on. Let's talk about that. Love me some Fallout, always good to see you playing this mod. Thank you, Camo. Fallen Creed took 2 states. Binary accounts were annexed. Ouroboros declared war on all bones. Standing Rock declared war on historians. Hangdogs. Ah, there's one. I probably want to go after hangdogs while they're busy. And here's the government modification. I was kind of saving it, and we have in fact got the war support +1. Excellent. So with these combined, I now need to save up to 150, but I can now do funding the army. Beautiful. Well, with that, I need to kind of prepare myself for a fight. Well, we need to do this first. Hey! Wait a second, I'm starting to get a weird feeling about all this. What the heck are they doing over there? Reclamation Authority. Doki Doki has decided to construct a Reclamation Authority devoted to promoting scavenging in the wasteland. Yeah. I need infantry equipment. Yes, I do. Can I just buy some? Gun runners. I can buy pipe guns for 15k. This gives me how many? 250. That's quite a lot of more money. But this will allow me to do scavenging missions. With standard equipment, which is not going to be ideal. Alright, off they go. Ah! This is new. Reclamation Authority suggests granting our scavengers operational autonomy to have the best chance of success in the mission. However, if Doki Doki thinks there are something specific our people need to prioritize finding, they can be given direct orders. If the scavenging team is unable to locate what they are ordered to, they may return with something else of value. Nevertheless, potentially useful salvage may be overlooked in the pursuit of a current objective. So greater chance of finding something useful if they do that. No orders. Let's just see what you come back with. Okay, improvised tools is done. That's ahead of time. Is there any robotic stuff I could be doing? The short answer is yes. I could do armor hardening, and I think I will. Make use of that year ahead of time bonus. Maxon. Aw, man! Um... Well, I think we should probably start going down this path. So I can get the bonuses against Maxim. Let's do support upgrades. I think a good support upgrade would be to have more explosive and hateful protectrons. But my experts tell me that's unsustainable, so... Resistor was here. That's a little too far out of time. Getting the extra combat stuff will be good. Let's do that. Block assignments is done. He's up too far ahead of time now. Well, this one isn't. We're at full energy. We probably could do with some support things. Or... we should start looking at some air power things to give us the ability to do close air support. I think I'm probably more in favour of that. Something to use our manpower on too. March of the Protectrons! Today was marked by the arrival of more wayward robots. Which ones do we get? Mark ones. That's fine. Guardians took 3, Rogue Rangers were our next. Capitol Hill has fallen. After fierce resistance, Capitol Hill has fallen to the cause. Brotherhood forces staunchly defended the positions. The last shots were fired. Cows were shot as they fled their positions. With ammunition supplies dwindling, the order was given at dusk to hastily withdraw their position, surrendering it to the cause. Yeah, well, Washington Brotherhood, not looking too hot right now. Massively divided. Troll Warren declared war on the Ripbreakers. They are expandifying. Husang was our next. Support upgrades were done, but more importantly, it is time for us to fund the army. And then with these we can get combat upgrades, which is more organization, research speed and breakthrough, which I like the idea of. Listen, between you and me, just put some explosive rounds. Don't do anything else, it's all anyway. Just put some boomies in there and hope for the best. Strath Commune declared we're on big grass. Commune going crazy. It's a big fight up there in the north. Do I need weapon support companies to handle power armor of Maxim? It's kind of why I want to get close air support if I can. That's the construction cannon, by the way. Probably put some civilian factories in Robot City. Keep doing the infrastructure. Order took 6 states. Deadline was killed. Yeah, they went a little bit over the top there with the aggressiveness. Not entirely surprised that they died horribly. Ooh, Hangdog's hitting in behind. I don't know if Warden's going to survive. Unity of Austin took a state. Crusher's army was our next. How's my recruitment coming along? Well, it's actually coming along quite nicely. We have 1 unit of Doki's bodies ready to go. Kaisar's Legion declared war on Baldelio. Maxon declared war on me. The Den declared war on Nurino. Let's slow this down to speed 3 so I can keep a bit better eye on how things are going. They immediately do not attack me. Cool. I was kind of hoping they would attack me so then I can counterattack them. Oh, free fighters, hell yeah! I'm actually going to tell you to wait for 7 days, because then I can get some more glider things. Unless there's robot stuff. Hold on. There might be. Actually tempted to go really ahead of time to get heavy lifters. Upgrades were done. Okay, so I got all of my military things, so we're actually pretty chunky. In that case, let's do our place in Colorado and prepare for Maxim chapter. We stand to offer a lot to Colorado. Let's make the most of it. Is it me or is lag happening every time you adjust the speed of the game? I've only changed the speed once, Carnita. Oh, you mean every time I pause? I don't know what it is about Twitch at the moment being super laggy. It just is. Which sucks. I don't really know what I can do about it, because it's not on my end. Because YouTube, you've had it pretty smooth, right? I'm just pressing space on something, which was not in the game. Alright, well this is an interesting fight, Maxon. Anyway, what I think I want is bomb gliders. Oh, these are one-time use. Let's get these. Oh, hang on. Have I made a boo-boo here? Aircraft. No, I haven't. I'm getting intermediate. So I want monoplane fighters and monoplane attackers. Those are the close air supports. It will take us a little while to get that going. No lag here, it's only on Twitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. I got 3 other streams open, they're working fine. Might be Twitch server you're streaming on having a bad day. Maybe. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do while still connected to Twitch. And I don't know if I can disconnect from only Twitch. Through Restream. Oh, maybe I can. Let me try. Okay. Nope, that turned everything off. No, it didn't. YouTube's still here. Cool. Now, can I update the settings for the Twitch stream? No. because it's just streaming to Restream, who is then streaming it out to everyone else. I could try reducing the bitrate. Go down to 6,000. And bring Twitch back. Okay, so we're back on Twitch now. Just going to double check that that is actually showing. Yes. Okay, so Twitch, welcome back. Fingers crossed this helps. I've reduced the bitrate. Let me know if it stays smooth or not. In the meantime, I think that I probably want to try to attack something. Maybe attack this guy? Oh, we can push. Don't push that. So if we can get across the river, this is game over. Smooth for now. Okay, good. We have one more guy that's almost ready. Let's go ahead and deploy you. We only have 40 combat width here, we can add a bunch more. Aha! The free fighters have arrived. Yeah, boy! Oh, they're bringing in reinforcements. That's cheating! Ah, they're attacking me now. There we go. And this is actually their power armor attacking me. So I'm kind of okay with that. Let's get a planning prep back. Oh, they got some reinforcements from other people. That is also cheating. Texan Brotherhood declared war on Desperados. Death Claws ate our team. Damn it! Ouch. But actually very painful. Lanius cohort took 3 states, some Federation was annexed. Damage me now they're attacking as well. Although these are their reinforcement units. Ah, we can now actually see where the units are. So I think once we've fended this attack off, we'll launch another attack on this. Today was marked by the arrival of more Wayward robots. At first they were mistaken for a pack of rad scorpions moving towards the town. But as they came into view, their bright red and yellow paint made it plainly clear that they were no regular scorpions. Apparently, in a place called the Mojave, where the lives of cadre of scientists sequestered away the rest of the world. One of them, Dr. Mobius, a talented roboticist, has designed these scorpions to make up the bulk of his evil army. Not being particularly partial to evil, these robots managed to escape the Mojave and made their way here. Ooh. Meanwhile, we have another focus. the human question. A question too important to be answered off screen. Probably. Meanwhile, we have enough political power to go up again. 2 well-equipped army. And with that, I think it's now time for us to start building military factories in Robot City. Camlo survivalist declared war on Silix Nation. Should have more divisions than they do and more factories. I do think that having aircraft will help. I probably won't use the expendable balloons because I don't really want to just throw manpower at this. Although, question, how much manpower does it actually cost? Only 1. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. We will need to build an airbase. But that can most certainly be arranged. Carry on. Elisita Mexicano declared war on Petrotico. I was just checking. No, this is one large province, just like this is one large province. The Maxims are now losing more than we are, so that's good. We are also gaining a fair bit of experience throughout all of this. Ah, you can get inspirational now, and I would like for you to do that. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a grinding fight. I kind of suspect I could probably hold this entire front with 5 divisions. So I could move the other 7 to the Hangdogs front and maybe attack them. Bone Dusters and Tumult, Safe Haven, Great Stampede. Barrage balloons are done. Right, I need to get motorized flight before I get the other craft types. I've forgotten about that. Yeah, we could definitely do with getting some more planning prep here as well. The human question. The question that befuddled the citizens of Robot City today was a simple one, and a necessary one to answer before reaching out to the wastes. Were humans okay in a city literally called Robot City? The question, silly as it was, left Oki pondering for days on end. At least, that's how the 12 seconds it took for her to answer felt like to her. Sure, whatever, 2,000 population or 1,000 population. But we get a tiny bit of political power. Sure, everyone's welcome. Okay, friends in Colorado. Let's get ourselves a bit more stability. Just double checking to see if any of these are military. Yeah, a couple of them are actually, these ones. Sentient traffic lights. Scrap bots, hardness, and entrenchment. Crossing guards, because the other idea was insane. Yeah, let's get friends in Colorado. Colorado is a big, strange place. Time to make some friends! Or enemies, doesn't really matter. Yellow gliders are done. Moved these guys over here too. Right, well that's everything I can do there. I could get transport gliders, but I don't think that's going to be really needed. All done in 35 days. Ah, we could get seed selection. And this one. We are now actually using more energy than we produce, but I'm not going to say that that's critical right now. White legs declared on timekeepers. Especially as the free fighters are over here helping us out. Follows the apocalypse. You know what? We're helping everyone. We're the nice guys, so sure, we'll allow the followers. And with that in mind, we can get some... Oh, that's losing some stuff. I don't want to do that. Okay, none of those are good for us. We're bringing in a lot of other creatures down this way. So the Mahogany Knights are definitely putting up a fight. But if I keep on attacking them in one place, surely eventually I'll win. That's how this works, right? NCR declared we're on the rapids. And their organization is going down, slowly. But this is a really stupid place to be attacking. Stop that. Oh, they're moving another heavy guy, but the heavy guy's moving to Port Lion. Or Leon. Guardians level 115th. This crazy guy keeps on trying to attack across. That's not going to work out for you there, buddy. Meanwhile, our combat skills rising nicely. But then again, so is theirs, probably. They have lost a lot more than I have. Can I see anything about their nation? How much manpower they have, for example. They have a lot less than we do. That's because they're squishy meat bags. March of the Protectrons. What did we get this time? Mark 1 again. That's fine. If I wanted to turn on a little bit of this, how much would it cost? Garth to Clover on Stormmongers. They keep on trying to attack across here against my Assaultrons, which I'm kind of okay with. We do need to make sure that we keep on top of our production. Friends in Colorado is done. Maxon Chapter gives me a bunch of political power. Need to take New Syracuse to actually do that one. This just lets me do things after I've killed them. It's not actually useful to me right now. Intelligence agency would actually be really helpful. Combat robots and support robots are significantly cheaper. It's a lot of power and scrap. Robot City becomes an economic node with that one. You can actually do all of them, it's just the capstone that you can't. Meanwhile, Machine City, I think we probably want to do these. Or we want to start preparing for going after the Evolving Dogs. Although they are still fighting Warden. Army training presentations could also work. Oh, working with the ciphers is actually a good thing. More research speed, more electronics and command power, and then most importantly, research slots. So we probably want to do this before they die. let's do this. The Ciphers are a group dedicated to memorizing pre-war material, similar to those geezers in power armor on our border, but less honky-tonk. And less aggressive too. A lot of army experience. Yeah, they are struggling a little on their own. On and off. Although having a dedicated spot where they want to attack me, I think is a good thing. We have taken some damage here. So their units do seem to be better at damaging me than I am damaging them. Armor hardening should help with that. So I could get the Protectron Mark II. Let's take a look at the difference. So resource-wise, they are the same. Police Protectrons do have more defense. The Mr. Gutsies are a lot more breakthrough. Protectrons do more soft attack. Gutsies have more hard attack. They're also faster. Less armor though. Yeah, I do like the just solidly armored Protectrons. So I think we're going to continue with Protectrons. We just need to get some support companies in there to do some actual damage. can deploy another guy. Add you to that fight as well. Alamo chapter took 3 states, pursuant were annexed. And now I'm not actually recruiting anything, so all of my production is going to go to replacing losses, which I think is going to be kind of important. Because we're definitely taking some. But now they are losing organization at least. We have reinforcements. We are now hitting the full combat width too. So that's good. Automated warfare is going to finish soon as well. Lanius declared war on the executives. A dozen or so slender figures sit on an old round table illuminated by buzzing incandescent light bulbs hanging low over the room. Counterfeit cabinets, trusted advisors gather to relay the latest rumours and happenings to the executive. The narrow slits betray a desire to do whatever it takes to climb the ladder, before someone else in the room gets the chance to pull it up behind them. Anti-war rally. Rising death toll of our latest conflicts not gone unnoticed by the citizenry. In lieu of independent newspapers, channels or other news sources, tensions have continued to bubble under the surface with no outlet to disperse them. Thing finally boiled over this morning as hundreds of our denizens have taken to the streets protesting senseless bloodshed. Their words. A rather myopic view of the matter at hand, and one they will be disciplined for. Still, no amount of re-education will make up for the nearly 24 hours of unmanned factory lines anytime soon. Actually kind of okay spending the political power. Resource gain efficiency I don't really care about. I don't really know what to do. We can use the political power once we have 100 to increase the strength of our divisions once again. Yeah, this one instead. But that's Lost Hills, that's not... Maybe. We are deorging them here, so I think we will punch through eventually. The fact that they've taken a bunch of power armor damage is good. Scavengers found something! Infantry tech. Cool. Meanwhile, we've hit our 100%. So we can get the Chief of the Army, Breakthrough Defense, Army Experience Gain. Defense, Planning Speed, Organization and Attack. I think Colossus version 11 might be a useful one. Oh, that's the infantry equipment. We don't use infantry equipment. So actually that's kind of terrible. Let's go with the frontline operative. There we go, automated warfare level 1 is done. Let's go on to the next. And we do have another free factory, which we just need more rivets. Give more rivets. Please. Steel Legion is still able to shrug off the majority of our damage. Focus of the ciphers is complete. So we can get the research speed, or we can get the advanced electronics. I think we'll get the research speed. Helping the ciphers makes us lose nothing. That being said, they promise to return the favour in time. Now we're doing some damage, but we are... Nope, we're actually getting ahead of the curve in terms of robot losses now, so that is good. And we have enough political power for another military command guy. 10% more max planning. That might be useful. And Mechanist is leveled up again. Recon could be nice. Night attack could be nice. Definitely not that. Equipment capture ratio, maybe. I'm going to assume that these do not count as infantry. How would I see that? I don't really know which one to go for. Probably Idiot Savant. Rooted could be nice too. Yeah, robots do tend to be pretty supply intensive. So let's drop that. Try to fight this. To let them just deplete themselves against us. Although actually these guys are both low wall. If I keep pushing into them, they're not going to be able to push out against me. And they're not going to be able to reinforce anyone either, which is potentially just as important. Mojave territory is declared around Mojave Brotherhood. Okay, now we are losing robots. Because we're attacking multiple different places at once. Hostile takeover of Petro Chico after days of heavy fighting. Reports are beginning to come in from the front stating that El Jacito Mexicano has broken the stalwart defense of Petro Chico's capital. The refinery, despite having a defensive line manned by thousands of men, El Jacito Mexicano special operations units were able to penetrate the lightly guarded section of the refinery defense. Very worrying. Organization's getting very, very low. Then again, so is ours. Followers establish themselves. Okay. MacArthur took 5 states, Cult of Liberty took 3. Seed selection is done. That one's a little too far ahead of time at the moment. Land doctrine we have going, robotics. So I can now start working on these. I can also start... No, heavy lifter is still too far ahead of time. Yeah, I should probably start getting all of these. Let's do automation first. Right, he's about to break. The problem is he's going to either be replaced by him, one of them, or he's going to go out, recover some orc, and then go back in again. We shall see how that goes. That's from Mesa Verde. Command power and advanced electronics. Don't mind if I do. Enjoying that fight. What was that about NCR? Something. Didn't actually take it in. Okay, so we finally got that guy to retreat. Bye-bye. So let's pile on some more pressure. He was replaced by an armor guy, of course he was. Damn it! Hang dogs. Hang dogs. They killed Warden. Ah, sod. Siakalon. Mojave territories took 3 states. Mojave chapter was annexed. Siege of Hidden Valley. Yeah, because the amount of damage that I'd taken... It's 10 days. That's exactly how much I can store. I actually want some golden dogs, because I kind of like to get home defense if I can. They want a piece of me? Huh? Huh? I'll show them what for. I'm gonna have enough people to guard my entire front row. Maybe not. That was a quick and bold dogs. Oh, these are only 15 days. Nice. We got tons of guys who would love to build us some forts. I mean, they're literally made to do that. Why not give them a go? Today was marked by the arrival of more wayward robots, this bunch being a motley sort of scrap bots. Good, we actually need scrap bots. It's going to help me with some of our losses. Because our losses have mounted. We do not have enough to cover our entire front line. Oh, no, we do. We have exactly the right amount. And we have another of these. Division defense and planning speed might be what we want. Division attack and defense and core and also planning. You know what? Sheriff, you're alright. One short. There's going to be a question as to whether I'm going to be able to entrench in time as well. See you, Intronite. They're going to break over a living hope soon. Time. Oh no, you will. It's right next door. Whether you'll reinforce in time is another question. There's command power. Let's just dig in. Alright, so we have one gap right there. There's just not much I can do about that. Okay, we got in the fight. It's good. weak spot. Own defense 101 done. So we actually got the fortifications in. I think I'm gonna do you. Yes! And then I'm gonna need one more. He's not gonna be able to do very much though. But hey, we'll be able to see where they attack us, then hopefully react from there. This number to clever on Umbra. My robot shortage is getting worse, so I think what I need to do is not produce any of those anymore. And this is also it in terms of scrap. Here come the hangdogs. They're immediately able to actually push me. Their soft attack is huge! Oh, a planning bonus. And force attack. So you know what? Forced to forward. It's just not appearing. I was looking at this bar going, am I going mad? Like, am I forgetting a button that's just not there? And yeah, there is in fact a button that's just not there. Why? You're making in time, I think you are. Get pushed back. That's not necessarily a bad thing though, that actually shortens the line. More factories. That is ahead of time. But I think I probably need to be focusing on more robotics things right now. I can basically afford to lose the north. As long as I hold down here, which is iffy, and hold Robot City itself, I have the industry. The problem is, shorting my line isn't going to really shorten it. No, it doesn't shorten it at all, in fact. I think we're screwed. I should not have been attacking into Maxon. I should have just held that border with basically the minimum. We took too much damage against Maxon. Lost too many robots. Let's go and put those back in the pool at the very least. There's automation. May as well give up the north. Go back to when Maxon declared? I doubt I ever save at that point. Oops. We've got Massa Verde. Gained some infantry equipment, not the most useful. What I can do now is get the bonuses against them. Listen, I know how this sounds, okay, but it could work. I don't know how we'd do it, but I'm saying I feel confident. And some more science. We've got the automation. Let's get the thruster engines. To take the trade. Get out of there. They're going to cross here and there's nothing I can do about that. They are in the outskirts. Nothing I can do about that either. Pull you back before you get cut off. Another fine day in this man's army. Get some more free things. I left that on pause though, so I don't know if I'm going to see what they were. There's 4 of you here and you're still losing. Alright, we have an idea. It's done. Hanging the dogs politely. Attack bonus against country for 180 days. I'm just kidding. I don't like it when people try to kill me, to be honest. But I'm pretty good at returning favours. Let's see what we can do about holding. I'm going to need you to fall the hell back, my buddy. have anywhere else to fall back to. I left my lines a bit too thin. And they're just going to cut off. Fantastic. Well, we've definitely lost them. Maybe not entirely over yet. It's over there. Trying to gain myself some fallback spots. Somewhere that you can fall back to regain organization before attacking out again. Losing that doesn't help. Need to attack this. Okay, so we got the bonuses against hangdogs now. Let's strengthen our friendship. Let's get another research slot. With a partnership established, the Ciphers and Robot City can go forwards with widened horizons for both. Now bear in mind that basically all of my upgrades were in Robot City. So I should still have an economy even though I'm guarding just here. No counterattack, no counterattack. You need to recover, rest up, relax, take a load off. Dig in! Meanwhile... we got some more research. That's only 63 days out. Let's go ahead and get the improved manufacturing. How are we doing at least in terms of kill deaths? Not amazing. Although some of that would have been from losing 2 divisions. We still have more factories than Maxim does. We just weren't able to do enough damage to hurt them sufficiently. And for some reason hangdogs hits really freaking hard. I've lost the ability to force defense. Why does that keep happening? Oh, you gain exhausted for 20 days. Is it because I had exhausted? Maybe. It would kind of make sense. I don't like those. What was I going to say there? Oh, shit. Can't afford to let them keep pushing me back. I need fallback locations. Right now it's just that one. Yeah, they are now attacking every single... Oh no, they're not attacking here. Texan Brotherhood took 4 states. Well done. So Lanius, when are you pushing north, you slow coach? People saying that Lanius was going to be the biggest threat to me. Ha! Ah, you were wrong. Well, we went down swinging at least. Although now we are losing a lot more because I just have no equipment left. 600 short. Yeah, it was Maxon that killed us. if I'd been against Hangdogs and Maxon at the same time, without having tried to push Maxon, we would have done it. But I was kind of expecting Morden to last longer. Steiner's robot army will save us. Counterattack will happen any moment. It does kind of feel like that situation right now, doesn't it? But hey, I've got my 5th research slot, so no. 3 years ahead of time. I think the other thing that kind of killed us is I totally forgot that these are researches. They're not a doctrine thing. That does give us recovery, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Last stand! So what's your time? I couldn't bear to see my new friends leave. I've got to figure out their likes and dislikes. Okay, I know it sounds like I'm stalking, but hear me out. We're finally getting some army experience. I don't know why this has been going so slowly. Oh, no. Reinforce, damn it. Oh, got in. Last 2 standing. One of them being the 3 fighters. The second to last to... No. Yeah, the second to last to die were the 3 fighters. Hey, we got the police protectrons though. They'll save us. Maybe some anti-tank weapons? All are welcome here. 45 units of American heavy lifters. Unfortunately, I can't use them. We have 45 heavy robots. And there we are. We're dead. But that does seem to be pretty much perfectly timed for me getting hungry and wanting some dinner. So I think I'm going to give in to the fact that I am hungry and want some dinner. 5 o'clock. What do I want to do for food? Do I want to order something? I think I want to order something. So... let's say back at 7:30? Gives me 2.5 hours. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. So 7:30 we'll start again. We'll do something. Don't know what yet. I didn't really feel inspired by any of these new nations. I gotta be very, very honest. None of them seem to be like extremely like, oh, that's a cool idea. So maybe we do Oblivion? To be determined. Come back in 2.5 hours and we'll work something out. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Since we restarted Twitch, how has it been? Has it at least been more stable? Has it still been getting the lag spikes? Because it's been back up again now for half an hour? Something like that. been much better. Then yeah, it must have just been a dodgy server. Well, at least now we know that I can disconnect Twitch to restart Twitch. Good to know. Alright, so thanks everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future on Twitch, or if you're on the UpTubs, then do consider subscribing. It does help out. If you want to support the channel other ways, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/MordredViking, or you can become a subscriber on the Twitch. Discord is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch, and it's always a pleasure to see some new faces there. So come join us, say hello. You'll be more than welcome. But that's it for me for now. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in 2.5 hours. Until then, bye-bye.